Today, I'd like to talk to you about a very important topic in professional services, but also a topic that very few of us like to talk about, and it is selling. Who wants to sell? If you ask this question candidly around you to your colleagues in the same industry, whether they are a coach, a consultant, an architect, a marketer, you will probably notice that very few people say that they enjoy selling. And that's because they have a wrong perception around selling. The narrative about sales in our professions is broken. Yes, it is broken most of the time, largely broken, because we think that selling has to be done the old school way, with forceful and sleazy and manipulative techniques, whereas selling can be easy and joyful if it is authentic. Many of my colleagues seem to think that their service is like Cinderella or Snow White. They think that their service is like the princess that hides at home, has to hide at home or hides at home. And then the client is the Prince Charming that will come and knock at the door and ask to see the princess. In other words, if you are following my metaphor here, they believe that their service is so strong, their reputation precedes them, and that clients show up at the door and they line up at the door, that there is a magic recipe to create inbound leads. Okay, of course, yes, that is the Graal. That's the ideal situation. That's the fairy tale. And maybe you are in this situation. I mean, I get a certain number of inbound leads from the content that I post, from the talks that I do and the keynotes that I do and all of the free courses that I put out there. And my goal is to generate this type of relationship, this type of connection, because it is my responsibility to create those opportunities for whoever follows me and come and knock, literally, I mean, figuratively, knock on my door and maybe get the opportunity to use one of my services. So it is the Graal, but for many of us, and that includes also me, and it includes where you are. It depends where you are on your business, in your business journey, and depends on what's happening also in the economy. You might need to reach out. You might need to do what I call authentic outreach. So first of all, let's define authentic selling. Authentic selling is to align your help and ideal clients with true benevolence, not forceful persuasion. True benevolence, not forceful persuasion. That's what authentic selling is. It is your duty to lead the alignment of what you have to offer with who is best suited and who will benefit the most from your help. You can create marketing systems, you can publish content, you can do all sorts of marketing activities, you can hire an agency to book you on calls, you can do all that, but make sure that you focus on the core of what authentic selling is, which is alignment. And why do I say that this is so critical to increase narrative power? Is because if you do this correctly, you don't use the leverage that typically an expert has. You don't show up as a vendor, you show up as an expert. Experts don't run in the streets or don't stand around the corner with a sandwich board begging for help or trying to get attention from drivers. Experts are just like a lighthouse that shines to indicate to boats that may need their help what they need to do, right? That's why experts do advisory consulting services. They provide guidance. They also roll up their sleeves sometimes and do the work. And that would mean, in the case of a lighthouse, we're sending a ship, we're sending the rescuer to come and get you because we see that you have difficulties, you're sinking almost. But most of the time, as we do outreach, we should never forget that our role is to stay where we are, shine through our thinking, our insights, and let our audience, our participants, decide if they need our help or not. So how do we do this? It's kind of there's a balance here. There's two forces trying to, it's like a tug of war, right? Two forces. In one way, it's like, I'm gonna let people come to me, and on the other hand, if I don't get enough business, what should I do? What should I do to reach out to those people without losing my position as an expert, without showing up as desperate, without making people think that I have nothing to do with my days, and therefore creating a negative perception about what you do. So authentic outreach is about creating reasons to genuinely contact and reach out to people, and to do that in a way that feels like you're really authentically interested in helping them. That means that you've done the work to figure out who is your ideal client, who are the people that you can help the most, that you love helping, that you can actually help. When you practice authentic outreach, what you do is that you are creating a connection that feels genuine and personalized, just like you would reach out to friends, but you're doing this at scale. You're doing this in a human tone that creates emotional connection and that enables to support your narrative. What might this look like? So reasons to connect with people, and just to say, hey, I exist. If in case you need my help, there I am. And, or maybe I noticed that you need help. I have this service, or you came to me for help and this is what I can do for you. Reasons to launch a signal there's a whole bunch. And we do a few minutes of brainstorming together, what might this look like? Well, maybe, and I encourage you to do this, maybe if you're not doing it already, I not only encourage, but I think you should really do it. I really recommend that you do it. You're publishing your thoughts, your insights on an email list. You're sending emails on a consistent and frequent basis. Maybe you're posting on social media. Maybe you're recording videos on YouTube. Maybe you launched a Twitch or other channel that enables people to see you work in action and see you live. Maybe you launched a course, a workshop. You have an event, either online or in person, that you want people to attend. There are many ways to create a strong foundation, to have reasons to let people know that you are here, that you are in business, without losing your position as an expert, without diminishing the power of your expertise narrative, whether you're a consultant, etc., etc., etc. So I want you to think about this as you feel maybe like your pipeline is empty, that you feel like, hey, business is not very strong. What have you done lately to create those conditions? Are you spending enough time? Are you spending enough time regularly, frequently, and also in terms of quality? Are you really building the list of your 1,000 ideal contact? Maybe 100, maybe 10 is enough. But if you focus on thinking about the ideal people you want to serve, just like you're thinking about your friends, you will notice that all of a sudden people respond to you equally authentically and equally genuinely, and you would be surprised. You'd be surprised about the power of this. I am recording this video as I helped one of my clients in my one-on-one coaching program, Expert on a Mission, through this same challenge today. And in 30 minutes, we rebuilt his authentic outreach plan, thinking about who are the people that he could genuinely contact, offer help with detachment. They don't have to say yes. They can still always feel free to say no, but just letting people know that he's here in case they need them. And what could he possibly do to create a reason for reaching out. I think that's one of the big missing part, is a reason to reach out. There's nothing more awkward to say, hey, I'm contacting you, I'm connecting with you, we should have a conversation. But a conversation about what? That feels very nebulous, that feels very inauthentic. In fact, like, yeah, conversation, are you going to try to twist my arm? Are you trying to create a moment where you can talk to me into buying something? If you contact someone and say, hey, I'd like to listen to what you're up to. By the way, I also have an upcoming course. This might be interesting to you. Would you be interested in having a conversation? It's a completely different tone. So what we did with my client is that we built a list of potential ideal clients, and then we figured out all the reasons, all of the means he could activate to reach out genuinely, authentically to these people, just like he would be a friend inviting their friends to a meal or to an event, or just because also the mindset of authentic outreach is a mindset of abundance. It's a growth mindset. It's a mindset of, hey, I've got something of value, right? It's a positive mindset. If you don't have this mindset, work on it. Make sure that you approach sales with positivity, with the fact that you've got something of value in your hands, right? And it's not because you are rejected that what you do is not of value. So I hope that this video motivates you to reach out to people in a genuine way, not feel like you have to do it because you're forcing yourself, or like you're trying to force somebody into buying something. But genuinely, I hope that you get to a level where you fully embrace authentic outreach, where it becomes one of your core business practices to grow narrative power for your business. I hope that you can integrate an easy and authentic way to personalize, and again, with benevolence, with detachment, what you do in terms of outreach into all of your sales activities. Be the lighthouse that stays there, that stands still, not the lighthouse that runs around, or not the sandwich board person that panics and is overwhelmed because they don't have anyone to help. That is not what experts do. Experts are just like the lighthouse that stays there, that shines with their thinking and their help, that offers benevolent help to whoever needs it, whether they need it or not. And that's up to them to decide. So be that lighthouse and practice authentic outreach today. And I guarantee you will see great improvement in the way your business attracts your ideal clients. I hope this helps. As always, I welcome your comments and your questions. And if you have any more thoughts, please, I welcome them. If you have any more ideas in the very quick brainstorming that I did with you around developing ideas to reach out to people, please do so. Please do so. Thank you so much.